Throwing ass on the gram, getting laughs at the stand. Only she can, only Feehans. It's only Feehans.
Sorry about this, but I'm just resending a text. Is it, email. Is it starting? You just let me know.
We'll wait for you to send
Are we on?
We'll wait for you to send your email.
I'll do it after.
Unless you're going to read it out loud.
I'm the worst. I'll do it after.
Why? Do it.
Well, no, we're going to Chicago this weekend. They're
It's
asking
okay.
me questions, and I'm like, I'll do it after. It's fine.
What?
I'll wait. I don't give a shit. They're behind us, aren't they? Aren't they 2 hours earlier or an hour?
Chicago?
Yeah.
I was just there.
Yeah.
Still don't know. Could have fooled me. I don't know.
I think it's like an hour or 2 hours. I forget.
I just know I was talking to my dad once, and he called me, and yeah, I think they are like an hour behind or something like that.
Are you from there?
No, I just did Zany's a couple weekends ago or something.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But and I go, hey dad, yeah, enjoy the future. When I was hanging up, because he had a whole hour to look forward to that I've already had.
There you go.
Time zones are weird.
Oh,
Eleanor
right.
Kerrigan is our guest this week.
Yay.
Pat, did you just start recording?
Hi.
Okay, welcome.
Thank you, Pat. We were in that whole thing, so all that comedy gold didn't get on there.
Help me.
That's nice, Pat.
Eleanor Kerrigan.
Way to look out.
You guys know her. Comedy Store documentary.
I wore a Comedy Store hat in case you didn't remember.
She's going heavy with the branding.
Nashville Comedy Festival. In case you didn't know, I do comedy. I also have like zany socks on.
So you
anyway, I'm
don't.
kidding. Can you imagine?
That would be cool if they
What
were
if I
like,
took my shoes off and it just said,
blur that out, Pat.
yes, these are not free. You do not get to see my feet.
We're going to take you straight to Eleanor's website for those, though.
Oh, yeah. Because I'm starting an OnlyFans for like long-toed, giant feet women. Anybody into that?
What do you mean? I'm sure that's a huge fetish.
I have a size 10.
I'm
And I
sure
have long toes, like finger toes. Like I could pick shit up.
That means you're
I could
intelligent.
throw it. Is that right?
Yes. Especially if your second toe is longer than your yeah. That's
And
a sign of
one
intelligence.
foot, this foot's bigger, and this toe is longer than this one, and we call her Robina.
Who's we?
A lot of people.
The list is
The
long.
people who pay the most. And then this one looks semi-normal.
Okay.
This one's Abby.
Did you play soccer?
No.
Oh.
I grew up in America.
No.
Sorry.
Only South Americans
That's
play
a new.
soccer.
That's a
Yeah.
new thing, America. For
Did you play
I'm
any
elderly.
sports?
Oh yeah.
What'd you play?
Football.
You played football?
Baseball, padded football. Yep.
What?
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
Philadelphia.
Well, I have 6 brothers.
I feel like you played football against your will.
I loved it. No, I loved it. I was so good at it. And I'm a better quarterback than my nephew calls all the time. He's like, Anna, when are you coming home? Daddy stinks at throwing.
You're needed on the team.
Yeah.
Do you guys play like a family football game around Thanksgiving or anything like that?
No, we're not wealthy, but we'll do like, we'll just go out and play in the street. Like we're hood rats. So we'll play in the playground. I almost said the name. It don't matter. We call it the field, but it's this
People know. Some of my fans know the field.
A field, people think, oh, grass and things. There's no grass. It's all
dirt.
concrete.
Concrete. Yeah. Okay.
And we have there's a little house where like, the guys that run the playground, work out of, and we call it a field house. And they're like, that's not what a field house is.
That sounds racist in a way for some reason.
Oh, wow. It probably is. It is in South Philadelphia. So we were like, hey, let's scare them out. We're in the field house.
Yeah, I played like wiffle ball with my family. We played like
We do wiffle ball. We do all
baseball.
that. Yeah.
We played like soccer and stuff too. Football, I feel like I wasn't ever really allowed to shine.
Oh, I'm so good at it. I love it.
Yeah.
I love football. I love baseball. Basketball was my weakest sport, which sucks because I was kind of tall. And softball, killer.
Same.
Yeah.
I was a
softball.
pitcher on my softball team, and I also played shortstop.
Nice. Ooh, a shorty.
What did you play?
I was third base because
Hell yeah.
I was trying to be Mike Schmidt.
There you go.
And then I moved to first base.
Okay. It's a very important position, first base.
But I always batted fourth. I always batted cleanup.
Ooh, cleanup. Ooh, okay. That's saying
So,
something.
I was
Heavy
a
hitter.
monster.
Heavy hitter Kerrigan.
I didn't like to run the bases. 'Cause I'm lazy. So I
Yeah.
would just hit it over the fence. And they were like,
remember-
yeah, whatever. Who cares?
One wiffle ball game that didn't matter. It was like on the beach one summer, but
Mhm.
like I hit a home run, like my first at bat. And it was like with
Ooh.
these like my brother's friends and stuff, and the teams were split up. Some of my family was there, but like the next time we played, they were picking teams. All the boys went, "We want the girl," and I was like, "Ah, core
You got
memory."
in there. Nice. That's great. We
it's
play
fun.
another game called half ball. I don't know if you guys.
Stickball,
Nope. Well, we use a stick. Stick ball is different though.
right? I know
We
what
cut
the
the
ball you're
ball
talking.
in
My
half.
dad, no, my dad's from Dorchester.
Oh, nice.
And-
Dorchester.
Yeah, the
Oh,
dot.
nice.
So he would
So the
know
pimple
exactly what
balls.
you're talking about.
Pimple balls. Yeah, you
Yeah.
cut them. Is your dad single?
Yeah. No, my mom probably wishes.
Oh, damn. Yeah. Does he need
You
a
can
half
have
ball
him.
partner? And but wait, yeah, my brother has all these balls cut in half.
Yeah,
In like
yeah.
a giant like trash bag.
Right.
It's so embarrassing.
And
but
does like the infield play really close, like because the ball doesn't go that far? Like,
no,
what's
it goes
different?
far
It
if you
goes?
catch it. I have video of it. If you
Okay,
catch
okay.
it, because it's pretty awful and it's hard to hit a
Hard to
half
hit,
ball.
yeah.
And then, but if you hit it, it will
It'll go,
sail.
okay.
And then we always played outside of this bar that used to be called Big Al's. We called it the Big A because nobody saw the LS was real little. So we just called it the Big A because we're not smart. And meanwhile, it was my best friend's bar and it was her grandfather, Al, that owned it.
Hey, Al, what's up? You go to Big A's later?
So, they were such dicks. But he had like that, what's that called? Like, I don't want, is it vinyl? I don't want to say that, but like roofing, like this siding.
Oh, I don't know.
And so we would hit it. So there's all these little half holes
From dents?
from us hitting it. No holes, it went through it. You know, that plasticky kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
You
yeah.
just
there's-
kept breaking this guy's roof.
Yes.
Yes.
For years. They finally resold it a few years ago and now it's
all patched out.
it's all cleaned up. We always walk by like, you ruined it. You
Yeah.
ruined it because we had all our, that was Charlie, that was Jimmy. They
That's fun.
didn't make us pay for it, so that's good.
How many older brothers did you have? Or?
I have 6 brothers and 3 sisters. So
Oh
I
my
have
God.
5 older, 1 younger, and then 3 sisters.
Older, younger?
Older, 2 older and 1 younger.
Okay.
Only 2 are younger than me. I'm number 8.
That is wild.
I know. Nobody pulls out. It's disgusting.
Do you know? Well, we just had Drew Dunn on. He's one of what, 7?
Oh, okay. I feel
Yeah.
like I've heard him talk about that. Or maybe I saw a clip on here. He was talking
Yeah.
about having kids. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like,
He's young too. So
Yeah.
that's impressive because I didn't think people still do that.
yeah.
Unless you're Hasidic Jews. They love to have kids.
Aren't they like not teaching their kids? Apparently, like they have all these like fake schools, but like none of the kids are learning. And when they do escape, they like don't know how to read or anything about history.
Only the women.
No, the boys too, I think.
I don't think they do it to the boys. The boys run the whole thing. It's the
Yeah.
documentary was about the girl.
True.
That happened
Yeah, I
to.
know. I saw
But
that. Yeah.
I think that I honestly, I don't think that happens all of it because I do know a lot of Hasidic Jews and been very close with it. So their kids are great. They just have like 20 of them, you know, I mean, it's a lot of kids. It's amazing. And they're young.
Yeah.
So, but the kids are really smart. And
All right.
you
Maybe
know.
it's just this one.
so maybe it
area.
is certain places.
No, I just saw
feel
like an
bad
article. I think it's in like
to shit on a whole
Brooklyn.
religion
True.
because they all kind of stink, but
Religion in general, right?
oh god, it's the root of all evil.
I know. I always like hear like Christian and like conservative people defending certain morality and
Stop
self-righteous behavior, and I'm like, you're the kid fuckers. Like you're the kid fuckers.
Yesterday, another day like today, it was a lot of running around, right? Getting
Yeah.
back and forth.
Talk
with this
about a fucking
UN.
shitstorm today.
So
What is Biden speaking at the UN?
I don't know, but I'd like to punch Eleanor Roosevelt in the tit for starting all this. So I love that bucktooth whore. What an amazing lady. But
Your
my hero.
namesake.
My name. I knew when I looked her up, like as a kid, I was like, "Is this why you named me?" Because she was like gigantic, and I was big, and I grew up in an all Italian neighborhood, so I'm not super tall. Like I'm only 5'8", but in my neighborhood, I was gigantic, and all the Italian girls. My best friend was 5 foot tops,
That's-
4'9". You know, so 5'3" was the highest
Yeah.
any of them got, and the
That's like
boys
me.
same. So I would be
Short
eating
Italian.
soup off their head, looking down like, "Hey, you want to go to the prom?" And they're like, "Yeah, okay, Gigantor, let's go." It's gross. But I saw a priest yesterday on the Upper East Side, and I saw him turn. I always get anxiety because I grew up Catholic. My mom made us go to Catholic school.
Same.
And she was like, if a priest went by or a nun went by, say good afternoon. Say good afternoon.
Yeah,
You know?
Are you doing the
you'd be
pinch under the table motion? Because that's what my mom used to do.
Or
to
she
me.
would pull the back of my hair or pinch. And I'd be like, good afternoon, sister. Good afternoon, sister. And I'm like, that's the lady who hit me earlier. Fuck her, you know, but I'm not, my mom wouldn't let me talk like this. So I was like panicked. And so when I saw the priest, I was like, good afternoon, Father. Like I was doing it in my trauma head.
But you did you fully commit to it? Did he know you were talking to him?
No, and I didn't know if he was going in a door or like he just kind of crossed. And I saw him turn. And I turned around. I was like, oh, he stopped, I should say. And I went to say, good afternoon, Father. And he went like this. Oh. And he killed a bug.
I bet it was a lantern bug.
Yes.
I bet
I was
you.
like, he was like, God hates these
bugs.
He got him. He was like, I'll fucking kill that
Mabel's
bug.
been ripping them left and right. Yeah, we're both killing them. My dog and I. Yeah,
okay.
we're tag teaming them. We're doing our best.
And I thought, man, that's a good priest, man. He's out there doing the Lord's work.
He's like,
killing ladybugs.
He's like, oh, man, this will make up for the kid I fuck later.
One grant to heaven. One day's grace.
Eye for an eye.
Do you have weird trauma from Catholic school? I mean, other than your OnlyFans account?
I know, right? I'm thinking. I'm like, yeah, there was a lot of just shame growing up.
Sure.
That was mostly it. It was very, I remember I was in this musical and I wore a crop top and a skirt. And a lot of the boys liked it.
I bet.
I was extremely underdeveloped. I was 89 pounds when I graduated high school. There was nothing sexy about me, in my opinion.
Really?
I'm not a pedophile though, so maybe to that, I don't know, maybe it was hot.
Let me see your pictures. I'll tell you.
I'll forward.
Can you imagine?
But the nuns came up to me after one of them got in my face. Sister Rosalie, she had glasses so thick it was like magnifying glass.
Oh, yeah,
It was so scary to look at.
She put them down and set stuff on fire. Poor thing. Yeah.
Her fucking beady little eyes, and she pushed me up against the wall. She's like, because I was talking to a boy in the hallway. Shout out to Joe Wagner. He was a smoke show. And she pushed me up against the wall. She's like, are you trying to reenact? You're trying to live out your part in the play, you little trumpet or strumpet or something. Oh. And that was one thing. I mean, just a lot of shame.
I remember thinking this, I was a horrendous child. Honest to God, there was no way I got molested. People were like, oh, what the fuck is that? My brothers used to call me yuck mouth.
That's fucked up.
It was brutal. There was this cartoon with a dog that had a house on its head. When it took it off, everybody got scared. I forget his name, but my brother Johnny always called me that. Anyway, because my teeth were all messed up and I was always bruised up.
I had braces. I think my orthodontist might have molested me. I don't know if he molested me, but sometimes the way
he must have been cute. Yeah.
The way he would put tools down on my little bosoms that were barely.
He would just leave them here and be like, oh, I'm sorry, is that a nipple hair? I need that drill. Whoa, did you just pinch my nipple? Why would he put? Yeah, that's a problem. What do you mean he put them on your chest? He didn't have a fucking tray?
You're so right. It's
gross.
Becoming a little, Dr. Judge, Marshfield, Massachusetts. Now that I'm it was weird and it made me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah,
but it's not like he's fingering me. It's not like Larry Nassar out here he's like, are you a gold medalist? Get in. He was just gently
spin on this and I'll see if you can do the balance beam after.
He's like, I got a couple uneven bars for you girls. We're fucking awful people.
I'm so sorry. I'm going to hell. I'm not worried.
When you were saying the thing about saying good afternoon to the priest, I immediately started thinking of my dad who blesses himself if he sees a crucifix, this Mother Mary, Statue of Mary.
There was another I think it was fifth grade. I had fifth grade twice, so it's always confusing.
Lucky. And, Did you do it another year to show the other kids how to do it?
Yeah, guys, I'm going to stay back, help you out. Is that cool? It's a fucking big, giant dummy. And so I forget which one did it, but they wrote it on the board that if you bow your head every time they say Jesus, see that? That's automatic.
Totally.
You gain 500 days grace in purgatory or something ridiculous.
Oh my fucking God.
So I'd be in a fist fight and somebody would yell it and I'd like this and get fucking knocked out.
Your brother probably did that to you.
No, just like somebody would say like Jesus Christ or whatever, like in a argument, like that kind of rage. And I would still go like this.
How many fist fights have you been in?
Probably 1 million, I think. I don't know. It was a lot. I used to love it. I didn't look forward to it, but if it happened, I was excited.
Really?
Maybe I did look forward to it. I don't know. Because it was a lot of fights.
You probably won a lot.
I won a lot, but I've lost a lot too. I got beat up a lot. I got jumped a couple times. I almost got killed by one girl. That was terrible, but that was a really
Tell
bad.
me that story.
I feel like I've told it 1 million times, but there was just it was my little brother who I'm like overly, and my little sister I'm like overly protective, you know, because when you get to be the big, which I'm not, I'm like, you know, instead of, and nobody ever did that to me because I was such a little badass.
They probably
they're
like, she's got it.
They're like,
we don't have to worry about her.
Like they're like, hey, don't let anybody talk to strangers. Eleanor's talking to a stranger. She'll be all right.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
She's probably selling him car insurance. It's
hey,
fine.
there's a guy going around picking kids up in a van, and he just drove by Eleanor. She'll be all right.
Yeah. As you're hitchhiking, nothing.
I'm right hoping, guys. Like my mother used to say. That she go, oh, if you got kidnapped, they bring you right back. And I'm like, what did I do? I guess I was wild. I don't know. Because I always, I don't know. I just got involved in dumb shit. But this girl was picking on my little brother or something along those lines. I went there. I realized they were all even younger than him. So I just said, hey, knock it off. And I walked away.
Yeah.
And one of the girls, got this older girl to come get me because she told her all these lies, like I did all these things. I didn't. When they're younger like that, I would never. I'm not a bully. Like I didn't start the fights, but if it happened, I was like, yes, you know. Or if somebody was picking on somebody, I would beat up the bully.
Right.
So so I just said, okay, knock it off, whatever I did. And I walked away. I don't even think I yelled at but they're all so sensitive. And so she told this girl, and one night I guess somebody says, hey, this girl's coming after you. And they were from an area called Broad and Snider. And I was like, get the fuck out of here. And they were like, yeah, she's looking for you. And I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding. Now I'm like, oh shit. Because I know never to fuck with this area. So I was like, all right, I'm on high alert. And I was hanging out at this other place in South Philly called 12th and Wolf. And one night I'm out there and they were like, are you Eleanor Kerrigan? I'm like, oh, fuck. It was like 30 girls. White, Puerto Rican, like all mixed, you know? And I was like, these girls were notorious for beating people up. And they would, if it was a girl, they would take your shirt off and your bra. You had to walk home like that.
Oh, my God.
They were fucking crazy.
Oh, my God.
So I was like, man. And I go, what did I do? And she goes, does it fucking matter? And she just fucking cold cocked me.
Oh my God.
Because I was trying to like
reason with her.
And we had
30 other women.
We had
girls.
Pretty much like a strong, not as crazy as them, but we had a decent amount of girls on that.
Okay. On
my
side.
friend Nina and Marcy, like they were all there. So it was like, okay, if shit goes down, they're here too. And then all of a sudden the cops came because these girls, the cops were always chasing them. Oh. Like it was constant.
They were a mob.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And so the cops came, we all just went separate ways. Now I got this black eye because she didn't knock me out, but she hit me hard.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden the sirens came and everybody, and I was like, fuck, saved by the bell, technically.
Right. Oh my God.
Because she would have killed me. I mean, maybe one-on-one. I don't know what was going to happen though. So, so then cut to, this girl was like, when that little girl told him, that I did that, another girl was like, yeah, she did it again. She said something to me. So now I'm in my mom's neighborhood, my neighborhood. They come to the field and they got bats and chains.
My
and
God.
I'm like, why? And I my best friend naturally was pregnant at the time.
What?
I was 15. She was 16. So she goes, let's go through the big A. And I go, no. She goes, maybe
Let's
somebody
cut
can help
across.
us.
Yeah.
So we went in the big A, and I go, I don't run.
The
I
field
can't
house.
run.
Oh, yeah.
I can't run. You know, we went out of the field through the big A, and I was like, I don't want to run. It's my neighborhood. I'm not running. So I was like, I'll just die. Yeah, I'm Joe Biden and Jill, if you will. I don't know. I don't follow politics. I'm Eleanor Roosevelt. So I was trying to start the UN, and then here I am getting fucking beat up. And
that's so scary.
So my friend, I just put Franny, my friend that was pregnant. I said, just stay in here. You know,
hide
so
her.
I go outside,
Hide the women and children.
I face the girl, and she pulls out a switchblade, puts it to my
Shut the
throat.
fuck up.
And I'm like, oh shit. And then my best friend, Timmy Martin, he was like, I'll get you a knife. For some reason, he went to his house right there and he got a butter knife. And he threw me a butter knife. And I just looked at it like,
what am
I
supposed to do with
I
this?
guess I'm dead.
The girl with the switchblade.
And I got the butter knife, and I'm like, ha, 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 I don't use knives. Like, I'm a fist fighter. I don't use weapons. So I was just like, fuck. And I'm trying to remember all this stuff like that this guy taught me how to take like knives.
Yeah.
I'm like, this isn't working right now. And shout out to Patty Cantlin. And
Wild.
so
Eleanor's like hand-to-hand combat growing up. I was like
crazy.
I was like, my dad drove me to the Boston Ballet, and I still had shin guard marks on my shins, and you're in full-on street fights.
But what wound up happening was this girl, Kim, broke, like, she was a little older, tough, you know, like everybody, there's always somebody tougher. Yeah. That's the whole thing. You're never the toughest person.
Right.
And I always do it. Like, if I got beat up, I got beat up. I would still do the fight though. You know what I mean? I wouldn't back down.
Yeah.
And so that's why I was like, I'm not backing down from this girl. And then one of the other girls was coming behind me with a knife while the other tough girl was breaking it up. And this guy, Raymond Russo, Ray, he out of nowhere, like a dart he just fucking tackled her. And she was 10 times his size.
Oh my God.
Because I remember
what is with Brooks and Snider girls that they're so big?
Broad and Snider. I don't know. I think they all got deported. But I used to do like, because a really good friend of mine was Puerto Rican. She had a really thick accent, spoke Spanish first. And so English was her second language. And so I called one of the other girls that was with me in this like fight the first time. And I called her up and I did the accent. Oh, look, the Melrose. Oh, wow. That's Broad and Snider. What are you trying to give me trauma?
I know, Pat. What are you doing?
That McDonald's isn't there anymore. But yeah, that's it.
Pat's doing like Rorschach
not
tests.
Good. That's not good.
Our guests now. What does this make you feel?
Not good. Yeah,
that's cry.
That's
I think I've eaten at this Wendy's actually. After
there's Wendy's now, but right next to it was the McDonald's where they hung out, and I think it's gone. And then we're not allowed to say it like that, but these Asian people used to sell things right there, but we didn't call them the right proper word. So they used to say, come to this, and they would say the words we said.
Listen, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I can't
the
say
C word
that.
stands.
Yeah.
That's what they were. And then you would get Chinese slippers there. Yeah. Remember the Chinese slippers?
Yeah.
I don't know why I looked at you.
He does.
But they were cute. They were like $5 at
you put them on, and they were bejeweled and netted.
We didn't have that. They were just plain.
Oh, they were just plain? Oh.
Maybe I didn't see those. That didn't come till later, maybe. Okay. We were the OGs.
The OG Chinese slippers.
See, you said so the ladies, the Asian ladies that owned the stand, there was a Chinese stand, but we didn't say that word. And then we would go there. Sometimes we used to get name belts. That was a big thing. Oh, cool. I'm old. Did you ever have a name belt? Like Madonna?
No, I did have like this kind of like, it looked like a grass skirt belt in college that I used to like wear. I wore the shit out of.
Okay.
And one time I was walking in like one of these street fairs, and this gypsy asked me if I was pregnant, and I never wore that belt again.
Oh no.
I probably had a pretty solid beer gut in
Are we still allowed to
college.
say gypsy? I like that. I'm more of a gypsy. I relate to them.
Yeah, like a nomad. Yeah.
I like it.
The only thing keeping me here is my dog. Otherwise, I'd be floating about the world.
Yeah, I feel like right now I don't like last night somebody said to me, "Are you ever in LA?" And I was like, "Kind of."
Right.
Because I like to, I mean, I'm always on the road,
Yeah.
one. And then if I can come to this side more often, whether it's Philly or New York, I love it. Because my mom, nothing changed where I grew up. Like, my mom's still in the same row home that I grew up in.
Yeah.
Everybody lives up the street or around the corner.
Yeah.
I had one nephew who was living in Ohio for a while his wife is a doctor.
Yeah.
So she was doing some stuff, like they were paying her student loans if she lived there.
Okay.
For like 3 years. But now he's back in Philly, him and his wife, you know.
Yeah. So everybody's there.
And then
that's how I feel too. Like my family's here. Like,
oh, they're on this side, or
well, yeah, they're in Massachusetts. But yeah, like I like LA to visit, and it's nice that like you have like you're very established in LA, like both coasts. I mean, that's the dream. That's what you want.
That's what I love, like coming here and getting established. Like my other nephew, I don't want to leave him out. He plays for the Minnesota Twins, so he was traveling, and then they cut him at the end of spring training this year. So he got picked up immediately to a Chicago team.
Okay.
And now he's going to go play in Puerto Rico, and I'm very jealous.
Let's go visit him.
Do that. Yeah.
Yeah. I was in Puerto Rico a couple of years ago. It's so beautiful.
It's fun. Yeah. Oh, growing up, I had so many Puerto Rican friends. You know, then I moved to LA, and now they're Mexican. Same difference. Just a little shorter.
Yeah, I went to visit Gary Tonin. He was in Puerto Rico. We had a great long weekend or something, or maybe I went in the middle of the week. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I like to do that. I like to just not think about it, not tell anybody, not even do a lot of planning. And just
Good
like
for
in the
you.
middle of the winter, in the middle of a week, I'll pick one, like maybe 3 weeks away. I'm like, let me go somewhere sunny, wherever it is. Anyway,
That's awesome.
Who cares?
Yeah.
It's stupid.
Well,
I'm an
LA
idiot.
sunny. Go to LA. You're going to come out.
I know I mentioned it to you, and I just started talking to Pat about it.
LA has the best weather.
The weather is perfect.
That's about it.
I
and
feel
the
like
Comedy Store. I love the Comedy Store.
Like,
I mean, I guess I love all the clubs, but I mean, I do the Comedy Store podcast. I do my co-host is in town tonight, so I'm excited.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Who's your co-host?
Oh, Rick Ingram.
Rick.
Rick Ingram. He's been opening for Chris Rock, so he's been on the road like crazy this year. But so it'd be good to torment some New Yorkers with my crazy friend Rick.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love the Comedy Store. I haven't been to LA in a while.
Yeah, it's so much fun there. You know what I mean? Like that's I guess that's my second grow up place.
Yeah.
So it's South Philly and then the Comedy Store.
Yeah. I mean, I am just also very obsessed with New York still, I guess. Or it
New
just
York's
feels
great though. Just
everywhere feels like I'm like comfortable everywhere. I know everybody. I know everything. You know, it's very rare that I like walk into like a room here and I'm like
exactly. Yeah. I love
that like
that
uneasy feeling, you know? Whereas like in LA, I'm like, hi, have we met? Do I know you from the internet? Did you move here from New York? You know what I mean?
Do I know you from the internet? That's so sad.
Yeah.
Don't ever say that. I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's crazy. Do I like? It's just. I feel comfortable here. I feel like I've been coming here so much that I know enough people, and a lot of people do come to LA, and you get to meet. And
where do you hang out with Dice more, here or LA?
Well, he's over here more now, so he likes it here now. LA, he still loves. His kids are there, so that's a big deal, and he goes back whenever. But for the most part, he prefers East Coast. He prefers New York as well.
Because like crowds, I mean, not that they don't love him in LA, but like I'd just go nuts for him here.
Oh, they go nuts for him. We'll be just running around making videos in the street, and people are like, Dice, and he's like, you ruined the take, and I'm like, what? No. You know, because we'll be like arguing. If we're arguing, he just starts filming it.
Yeah.
90% of our...
Is he holding his phone like this
So,
while you guys
so
are
if
doing
we
it?
start arguing, he'll just start opening the phone.
Yep,
And it'll
yep.
just... Like he comes in, it's hot. Like yesterday, he was crazy.
I watched what he posted. It was so funny. He reminds me of like everybody that I go visit, like my family in the hospital. Though.
Exactly.
Like, they're the worst. Like there's nothing. They're never satisfied, and you don't blame them because they're upset about whatever they just went through.
Right. And it's just distraction, and
can't do
everything.
anything.
Like he had just get a check. Everything was good. Like what he had done, everything worked out great, perfect. So he got a good, clean bill of health, and so he was excited.
Oh,
and then of course he's like, we start arguing because he wants the worst food. And then he goes, wait. And I'm like, and he just starts filming. I'm like, no.
I know.
So I was already annoyed. Like, no, you're not eating that, you know?
It's so hard when people are so set in their way. My dad is so set in his ways.
It's
like,
the worst.
He yeses me to death. He's like, I know, I got to do this. I got to do this. And
Is
I'm
he
like,
healthy overall? But just a...
It's like yes and no. Like yes, for his age, he's still, very mobile and working, and typically,
That's good.
like but he works too much. I think he like overextends himself, gets tired, and then like gets a cold because he doesn't say no. If somebody needs a shift cover, and he's retired, like he should just be chilling.
Yeah.
But I don't know. What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? My dad's still like, he's 86 and he still like mows the lawn and shit. And he had 2 hip replacements.
Holy fuck!
Yeah, he's
That's
a
like-
Marine though. He's just looking for a fight out on the street. But my mom, she's 84 and she had like knee surgery. What was that, last year? Yeah, in December. That's why I come home a lot. Just like help
Same.
her get stuff
Yep.
going, and we'll go to therapy and torture her therapist. You
That's
know,
fun.
she's just like, when are you leaving?
My mom too. That's when I go home too, because she's like, it's her ankle, it's her knee, it's her neck, it's her finger,
It's something.
her
Yeah.
foot right now. Like my mom's foot, it looks like straight out of like American Horror Story.
Oh
Like,
no! Why?
I mean, it's not that bad. Sorry, Ma. I know she
Oh, sorry,
watches.
Mom.
Maybe she didn't make it this deep.
She already logged
Yeah,
out.
she's tired.
She's like, oh honey, this is too long.
But she legit has to have her foot rebuilt. Like she's gonna have to go to a specialist. And
What kind? Like, oy.
it's like her
That gives-
entire arch has collapsed. And they
That
went
always
in
scares
and rebuilt
me.
it. Yeah, it's fucking like your feet. Like you gotta walk.
Yeah, because I'm an athlete. I like to, like, I was wrestling years, like 20 years ago, but I still like try to keep up with the activities. Like
Yeah.
I use still the same exercises and stuff they would do. I'm not as good as I used to be, but it's still fun.
I think that like definitely prevents a lot of like shit that our parents probably have. Like, because my mom, I mean, I think you just get to a point sometimes when you have like kids and stuff where
Oh,
you
yeah.
just come second. Like you don't
Yeah,
put
like
yourself first.
oh, also a workout or like something like my mom taking care of her own health was it wasn't even second. I don't even know when it came in. I
No.
don't think it happened.
Right.
She was just like, I have 10 kids. I'm a single mom. My dad left when I was like 7.
Uh-huh.
Could explain all the fighting. Anyway, this isn't therapy.
Like there's a button on the couch you could push if you want to recline and really get into your feelings.
Oh, wow. Yeah, go back. I start saying, anyway, at this age,
I give you a hallucinogenic. Like Eleanor, go back to when you were. Yeah, I don't know.
I've never done that.
Me neither.
The
We're
hallucinogenics?
Irish or like therapy. Do you
Oh,
go
no,
to
no, no.
therapy?
I meant hallucinogenics.
Me neither.
Like
I'm afraid of my
mushroom?
own brain.
Me
Mushrooms
too.
a little, but never acid.
I'm totally afraid of my own brain.
Yeah.
I don't want to know what's in there.
Right.
I think that's why I'm an idiot.
Are you gonna cry?
Because I'll have a thought and I'll be like, block it, block it, block it, block it. Like, don't think about it.
Yeah, I truly like the concept when people say they have bad trips. I'm like, that's exactly what I'll do.
Oh, yeah. And I remember one time seeing Ari, I think it was acid. It could have been mushroom. I don't know. Ari he's
Whatever,
good
well,
at that. Yeah. And we were at the Comedy Store and he was sitting in the the potluck section, we call it. So all the open micers sit there. And it was open mic night. And I was waiting tables. This was years ago. And Ari's just like, he was wrapped. His whole body was wrapped. And it seemed like his nose had gotten bigger, which is impossible. And he was literally like this. And he was just laughing. He was so enjoying open mic.
Laughing.
And it was horrible.
And it was so bad.
The worst. But he was just like, I think somebody took a picture of him because it was so weird the way he was all wrapped. And I was like, Ari, what are you doing? He's like, nothing. I'm watching potluck. This is great. And I was like, no, it's not. This is awful.
I mean, if acid is that good, maybe I do want it.
I don't remember. I always forget to ask if it was mushrooms or acid, but I do remember vividly him sitting there like that.
I've done too many mushrooms before and had like an allergic reaction. My tongue got really swollen. I like
Oof.
couldn't breathe.
I don't even eat them like on food.
Regular, yeah. You're like,
They're
fuck it.
poisonous. Everybody knows that.
Are they? I think they're like good fungus and they eat like bad bacteria in your body. But I could be wrong.
It could be. I just go by the children's books. They're like, don't eat the mushrooms.
Alice in Wonderland.
That was the last book I read.
Alice in
I'm just kidding. It scared me so much.
Yeah,
Is that Alice in Wonderland? What that is?
Yeah, they were like, don't eat this mushroom. Or from one side of it makes you bigger, one side of it makes you smaller. But that guy was like, that whole thing.
That's
is about,
hallucinogenics.
Yeah,
They were trying to push that on
They
kids.
really were. Yeah. It was. I never acid. I won't fuck with acid.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't. I'm okay. Like, unless you can guarantee me euphoria or jovial
Ooh.
happiness,
Yeah.
I'm not interested. I mean, I don't drink anymore. So it's like, if I'm going to do a drug, it has to be a mood elevating drug.
Yeah. I don't drink either.
Did
Too
you ever
much.
drink?
Like, no, I just, I'll do a Jameson here or there.
Okay.
And
I used to do double JMO ginger. That was my drink.
Ooh,
Psycho.
it burns, man. It's
Yeah.
so good. But I can only do, if I do 2, I'll be okay. If I do 3, there's going to be a problem. I'll either fight everybody in the room or fuck everybody in the room. Either way, there's casualties. It's not good.
I loved Jameson.
I love it too.
I used to, that was when I wanted to fuck. Yeah. That was one of those.
I just can't handle it. Like, so I know that, so I don't go any further.
Yeah.
You know?
See, I'm an alcoholic. So what you're describing, I don't have that like lampshade or that whatever that, light bulb
It's like
is.
somebody who says I can smoke 1 cigarette.
Yeah.
I'll kill that person.
Right.
I started smoking when I was 9 years old. It took me 21 years to quit.
Yeah.
I love cigarettes. If somebody breaks out cigarettes right now, I'm like, what's happening?
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah, I still get
Wow.
hard from them.
I smoked for a little while. I smoked Camel Lights for like a few years. Definitely was smoking when I was drinking. And when I quit, it was easy to quit cigarettes.
Right, the social drinker, the social smokers.
Yeah. But then it was sort of easy. But then, like you just
I'm a
said,
junkie. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that if I went further on the drinking,
Yeah.
I would be into it.
Right.
I would get like I never tried Coke or anything like that because I'm always like, oh,
It makes drinking
this will own me.
more easier. Like it would make, because you can drink more when you're on coke.
Sure, there's a
Or I sure did.
older comic in LA that would say his name Argus Hamilton from the Comedy Store from like the 70s. He still works, still writes every day. He's amazing. And so he would say, don't do cocaine. It ruins your drinking. It always made me laugh. I was like, okay.
See, people would shove coke up my nose when I was like drinking to sober me up.
Yeah.
Because I would become just like you're describing, like fuck.
But
if
you're
I-
not enjoying the drink anymore. Now you got to drink a ton to get.
back to that buzz.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, I'm into the coke buzz as well. And
Right,
it's just
right. You're doubling down.
Let's hope I vomit so I can stay up all night.
I'm going to wait till I'm in the old folks' home and then I'm going to start doing all kinds of drugs.
Me
like
too.
shooting up.
Let her
fucking-
rip.
I just want to stand there like the vegans or heroin addicts, whatever. They all look the same.
They're
know what I
also
mean?
sleepy.
They're all just chilling. That's
Yeah.
what I want to do, like
Oh,
that.
yeah. When I'm on my way out, I'm going to just drink myself to death.
Great.
I'm going to drink every meal. Like, I'm not going to eat food.
Where was the was it in Asia somewhere that they did this in an old folks home? They brought strippers in.
Probably.
Oh, such a good
They all
idea.
have syphilis. These
Like,
old
why
homes.
not just lean into it?
Oh yeah, they should hand out like, sex robots, fleshlights.
Oh my God! And the guys are
Why are
like
you looking at
this.
me like that, Pat?
He's
Why-
looking it up.
Oh.
He was looking. They were all excited. They were like,
Yeah. Why not keep
Here,
your
where's-
heart rate at a higher
Yes.
level? Yeah, I remember this.
so good. It's so ridiculous. But the guys looked great. Whoa. The
Did you
guys
see the
looked
strippers at the stand? On
yes,
Tuesday?
yes. They were
Look
cute.
at-
They
they
were
were
like not great Vegas showgirls, but they were cute. You know what I mean? Like Vegas showgirls.
They were off-brand, low
Yeah,
budge
look,
Vegas showgirls.
Yeah. Look at the
these
guys
strippers.
leaning up. Yeah.
Look at them looking.
Hey, they got masks on. That's so good. Yes. And then they had to apologize for this. I'm like, why? Look at the guys clapping. They're doing all kinds of shit. Look. The mask
This
fell
is
off.
hilarious.
So look, she's filming it. Yay! That's good. Those are good nurses. She's kissing his forehead. That's the most action they've gotten. Oh no, Broad and Snider again.
You flashback.
I did. I just went. I hang out with my nephew Conrad. He's like 11 now, but he's getting old. He's gonna start not hanging with me anymore. But like during the pandemic, I started a gang in the neighborhood. Like he's not as outgoing. Like he's a little more shy.
You started a gang of
Oh, it was
11-year-old
awful.
boys.
Oh yeah. I mean, it was awesome, I should say. And then we were playing football in we snuck into the outfield where they do have grass, but they lock it off because it's a money thing now.
Yeah.
You have to pay to play, and it wasn't like that when we were kids. We just went in there, we tore it up, whatever. But now it's all really nice. They clean it up, they put money into it, whatever. So we snuck in there, all my gang and a couple other kids I was recruiting.
Shut up.
And my brother Billy, Conrad's father, came, and we said, all right, we want to play. The kids were like, all right, we'll play, but we want to play tackle. And now Conrad and his friends are a little bit littler than these guys today. We're like, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
You know, and
Oh,
we're on grass, but we don't have pads. So we're like, all right. So me and my brother Billy are steady quarterbacks, and I'm a way better quarterback than him. So I'm killing it, right? And Billy got tackled like 100 times. It was incredible.
By these kids.
Oh, it was great. I was crying laughing. I couldn't even help him. I was laughing. So he's like, I'm fucking dying out here, right? I was dying laughing. And then this little black kid, he was like, okay, here's the thing. I'm going to run out. You're going to pass it back to, no, he goes, I'm going to run behind you. You're going to throw it behind you. I'm going to run out. Or you're going to run out. Then you're going to catch it. And I was like, okay, we're doing like this Philly spell. I got you. He goes, cause you good, but can you catch? I was like, I got you, buddy. I got you. Right. So I throw it back, lateral, whatever, not lateral, the throwback, and, whatever. I'm like stuttering, and I'm like, all of a sudden I don't know how to play. And so I throw it to him, right? He grabs it. He's running. They all come after him, right?
Yeah.
Because they want to lose the yards. And then I'm all by myself. And he's like, and he fucking beautiful pass. And I'm all excited. I catch it. And this little motherfucker from the other team, I don't know how he got there so fast.
God.
He took my legs out.
I can't.
Like they ain't never been taken out before.
I can't handle these little kids beating up on you guys.
It was so funny because he hit me, and then he was like, "Are you okay? Is that okay?" And then he's like, "He's got my tit. And I go, "Hey
He
man,
sexually
that's
assaulted
it.
you.
That's enough. Like, I'm down. He's like,
Were
"Is
you
this
like,
okay? Is this okay?"
You're like, I saw that scene from The Sandlot, you little shit.
Oh my god! Oh, was that in there? It's so fun. I don't remember that, but he.
Well, about he fills up the lifeguard, or he kisses her.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if he fills her up, but he kisses
That's
her.
my friend. Yeah. Marnie
Yeah.
was the actress.
Oh, really? I don't know.
Yeah, we used to go to acting class in LA.
Wow.
She does well. I don't.
Yes, you do. You're famous. Tell our fans where they can find you and stuff, because
Right here, wherever the fuck I am in your apartment.
don't encourage them to come to my home.
Oh, don't worry. You'll never find it. So she's hidden. and
Colin Quinn lives right over there.
Fuck him.
I think he's married.
No, I don't mean like that. I mean fuck him that he moved out of New York too.
Eleanor, this is like the heart of
No,
New
I'm
York.
kidding. I
This
think
is
my
the
brother-in-law
freedom
lives down here, honestly.
You think your brother-in-law lives out here?
We're
Is he married to your sister?
Oh wait, I say that wrong. It's my brother's wife's brother. So he's like whatever. But
Once removed brother-in-law.
But we
I
like
guess you
him
would
so
still
much, we
that,
call
though.
him brother-in-law.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like
Yes.
he's like.
But is he married?
I think they're married, but yes, they live together. Yes, they live out here somewhere.
If he was single, then that would be cool.
Oh no, he's great. He's another one who comes and like gets involved with his nephew. My nephew.
Yeah.
It's so much fun. We play every sport there is. I was jogging around that playground, and there was a bunch of little bad kids.
Bad kids.
Yeah, and they said they'll fuck with you if they don't know who you are.
Mhm.
And I'm older, so they're like, yeah, I don't know that lady, right? And I'm running, and one of the kids said something, and another kid that was in my gang during the pandemic, he goes, "Yo, man, chill out. I know her." And I was like, hell yeah, bitch still got it. 12-year-olds are sticking up for her.
That does sound really fun. Like, it's so fun being the fun aunt.
Oh, yeah. Especially if you have no kids. So
Yeah.
you could stay out all day. I mean, we played everything, hockey, everything all day.
Yeah.
I
And
played,
it's like you give them back.
yeah, without having to deal with it.
And they just like go nuts for you, I'm sure.
Creepy NL. I mean, fun NL.
There was like a slip inside. My sister had a party for my nephew and he was turning 1 and my other niece and nephew were 9 and 6. I don't know.
Mhm.
And I was the only adult really fucking up the slip and slide, if I do say so
Oh, it's
myself.
amazing.
I was racing them. I hip check them out of the way
Oh,
so
yeah,
I can win.
That's what we would do. My brothers and sisters,
Yeah.
if the kids had something fun, we would ruin it. We would just take it. And they hate us because some of the kids are like, oh, I don't like going, you guys are too aggressive. And you guys are so,
Just dominating.
you say mean things. You say,
I know.
I'm like, calm the fuck down.
And I love that there's like little boys in my family. Like my sister just had a little boy.
Aw.
My nephew's getting older. It's
They
like,
call us the Peter Pan syndrome. Kids,
Yes.
That we never grew up. So
it's
whatever.
fun with me. It's fun.
they're getting old now. It's going to be tougher, but we still do it.
But it's like they're going to take care of us though.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully.
Maybe now they're doing it. Like now they're like, oh yeah, that was fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
But once you get past that embarrassed age, you kind of appreciate the older, crazy nut parent.
I love my aunts and uncles keep dying or whatever, but I love.
Wait,
Sorry.
it's not nice. I mean, I'm sorry.
I think my aunt was one of the first victims of COVID. I believe.
I had an uncle die of COVID, but he also had dementia or something like that.
My aunt was obese. So was my uncle. He died alone in a trailer. He was an obese alcoholic. R.I.P. Uncle Bob.
God bless. But
It's hard to
was
cross
Uncle
with your
Bob.
left hand. Really? Wait,
Yes.
what? What do you got?
My Uncle Bob died of COVID, but he wasn't overweight.
No.
Sorry, Uncle Bob.
Yeah.
Your Uncle Bob.
Yeah.
My Uncle Bob just lost his mind. My dad would say, my brother's in La La Land. I'm like, that's not a thing. That's not.
Exactly how anyone would describe anyone having a mental illness in my family. There was my cousin's had schizophrenic. Yeah, that's Ted. He's in La La Land talking to himself. That's what we do. My grandfather talked to crows. Oh, yeah, Genghis
how
in La La Land talking to
cute.
the crows. We got him electric shock therapy and it worked.
That's awesome.
Yeah, until he started shitting himself in my parents' guest room. And I think they were like,
Oh.
let's get him out of here. It's funny, they wouldn't even let my dad in the house. They made him wait out on the porch when he was dating my mom. And then my dad is the last person that was taking care of my grandfather. My mom's dad went, as he's shitting himself. It's just interesting how that happens,
Sucks. But yeah.
Yeah.
Good guy, your dad.
Yeah. And then I had an Uncle Billy I never even met.
I have an Uncle Billy.
Yeah.
So Irish. This is so Irish.
We're so Irish.
It's gross. I love
It's
it.
gross.
Billy's on my mom's side. Bob's on my dad's side.
Okay.
So
My dad doesn't talk to really any. He had sister Catherine, and they were sort of close. It was his little sister. He was protective, but then some shit went down as everybody got older, and it just kind of that relationship dissolved.
on my dad's side, they have the no talking thing. My grandma, on my mom's side, my maternal grandma, she was orphaned very young. So her whole thing was to have a family that was super tight.
Yeah.
No, you don't. That's family. You don't go against them. It's very mafiosa-ish, if you will. But she had 4 kids, 27 grandchildren, and 35 great-grandchildren when she passed away. I mean, now the numbers have just gone off the charts.
Right. That family tree is fucking.
Yeah, but because she passed away in 2005. But she was 92.
Oh my
God
God.
love her. And so we all we just had a family reunion.
There's so many of you.
I know. My aunt had 10 kids too.
There's so many of you.
So we were trying to compare stories growing up.
Yeah.
And I think we scared the shit out of them. They were like, we didn't know how fucked up you guys
Yeah.
were. We thought.
Are there some cousins and brothers that sisters that you gravitate towards that click
Oh,
more?
yeah. But I think they're all pretty cool. There's
Yeah.
no fucking duds. I got really lucky. My mom's side is just all fun.
Yeah. Irish people are fun. They drink
They
a
are
lot.
fun.
They're funny.
Yeah.
They're mean funny, but they're funny.
Oh yeah, I love it. Yeah, some of them are better at the mean funny.
Yep.
And then some of them are just fun, and then some, but they don't really get offended even at the mean funny.
My uncle, like in his last days, I'm telling you, he was like killing himself in front of us with alcohol and food, and he would just laugh. He'd be like, "I'm running out of skin." It's like, Jesus Christ, this is horrifying. But it was just all
Give me another Reese cup. I can still see part of my
jokes.
face.
Yeah. Funerals, I crushed at my uncle's funeral. I wore a crop top. I did a tight vibe. I was like, we used to drink margaritas when we were tailgating, but we would put a shot of tequila and then a shot of the mix in our mouth and go like this.
Oh my God.
My Uncle Bob used to rage.
I crushed at a death. That's my favorite.
But because and I didn't feel weird like going into that
killed
funeral.
Uncle Bob.
Because at my grandmother's funeral it was fun, my grandfather's, like my Uncle Tom, like whenever the family got together after someone passed away, the funniest stories about that person were told. So it was always it was a good time.
I love that.
Nothing to look forward to it, but it's not as I don't know. I feel like I've attended a few other funerals of different spiritual.
Well, when they're boring, man, they're fucked. You're like, I'm glad they're dead.
Yeah.
I didn't laugh once. This is bullshit.
What is this? Are you guys gonna post clips from this funeral? There's not even a highlight. I can't even pick one.
Dude,
spot.
I need this for my fucking reel. Are you serious right now?
I fucking.
All right. We should get back.
Thanks, Eleanor. Thanks for finding your way down here. I'm so sorry about where I live.
Can't wait to get back in
I didn't realize you were coming from the Upper West Side. I'm going to cover your cab. I'm going to take care of everything. Don't worry.
You're not.
Follow Eleanor everywhere.
Oh,
she
yeah.
goes. She's
EJ Kerrigan. I'm on Instagram. I tried TikTok. I got kicked off. And I got.
can't do shit
I don't
on
even
TikTok.
show my Trizeri, and they kicked me off.
What's a Trizeri?
Oh, this.
It's like a
My Trizeri.
terrarium.
I don't know where we got that word. Who knows? Robina, she's the star of the show. We'll get her out.
Thank you for coming on. Oh, another episode of OnlyFeehans, you guys. Eleanor Kerrigan. Hell yeah.
I'm going to start my OnlyFans.
I mean, I'll shout it out.
Elderly fans.
We'll get you some followers. They're going to have Class D licenses, but they're good guys.
Look at this. My hip still opens.
We'll add sound effects behind it. Creaking doors. Oil can.
That's great. I can't stop looking out your window. I don't know why it's so nice. Why would I want to look at Jersey?
See? It makes Jersey look beautiful.
Ugh. All right.
All right. Bye.
It's only Feehans.